A hero is someone who sacrifices everything for the greater good, and that's exactly what we're about to see today. These are the defenders who risked it all to stop a goal. Let's start with this guy, who nearly broke his leg to clear the ball off the line. Thankfully, his shin guard saved the day. And this defender, he made a breathtaking save, but paid for it. That bruise is going to be nasty for sure. Speaking of breathtaking moments, man, this hit must have hurt. And to top it all off, the ball still bounced off the post after all that. But none of that beats what happened to a goalkeeper in the Belgian league. To make a save, he literally smashed his face into the post. The hit was so bad he passed out and had to be stretchered off the field to applause from the crowd. Look at the risk this defender took. This guy barely avoided slamming into the post after clearing a ball off the line. If there's one player you don't want to go head-to-head with, it's Ibrahimovic. But in this play, 3 defenders took the risk, and one of them even got a full-on kick from the striker. At least, they stopped the goal. In Brazil, this goalkeeper panicked when he realized what happened. After making a simple save, he felt a sharp pain. When he took off his gloves, he saw he had broken a finger. This other goalkeeper literally gave his teeth for his team. He took a direct kick to the face. Phil Jones is fearless. He threw his head at the ball just to disrupt the opponent. Imagine if the striker had shot at that exact moment. But this defender is even braver. He literally blocked a striker's shot with his head. Man, that must have left him dizzy. And here's a defender who did something I'd never have the guts to do. He put his head in front of a powerful shot to prevent a goal. I don't even want to imagine the headache he had afterward. Something tells me stretching like that isn't great for your health. But this defender risked pulling a muscle to stop a goal. Speaking of stretching, this guy practically did the splits to block that shot. And this one, he fell awkwardly into the net to stop what would have been a beautiful goal. You could tell he hurt himself on the play. This defender gave everything he had to clear the ball, literally his leg. Seriously, the footage is so graphic, we can't even show it here. But the guy actually broke his foot in that challenge. But in this case, the goalkeeper got the worst of it. In a clash with the striker, he took a full kick to the face and ended up losing a few teeth. In another game, defenders threw themselves at the ball any way they could and saved their team 3 times in a row. This player jumped like a madman to clear the ball. He could have easily stepped on or collided with an opposing striker. This goalkeeper wasn't afraid to go head-to-head in a challenge, but unfortunately, he got the short end of the stick. Just look at his eye after that collision. In this play, the defender literally got tripped up after clearing the ball right off the goal line. I swear it looks like the defender hit his head on the crossbar after making that save. This into the net. But few defenders are as determined to prevent a goal as this one. Sometimes it's good to use your head, literally.
Johnson in the way, and it's wide. Well defended.
Look at what Subotic did to prevent a goal against Bayern Munich. He not only almost took a kick to the face, but also nearly ran straight into the post. Puyol is simply incredible. He would do anything for Barcelona, even taking a massive hit to the chest to stop a goal. This defender really earned his paycheck. Look at his effort to save his team. Even after taking a huge blow, he got up to continue protecting the goal. Ederson almost injured himself to prevent a goal in the final moments of the game. A lot of players get hurt when they stretch like that. Speaking of City, Stones proved he's completely crazy. First, he nearly hit Ederson while clearing the ball off the line, and when that went wrong, he made this heroic slide tackle to save the team. What do you do when there seems to be no hope left? You risk everything. That's exactly what Niklas Süle did, and he managed to stop what would have been a stunning goal from Mbappe. The entire defense was determined to stop that goal. They didn't care if they accidentally hit their teammates. All they wanted was to get that ball out of there. This goalkeeper almost took a hit to the hand to prevent a goal. Check out this defender throwing himself into the net to make sure the ball doesn't go in. Speaking of throwing himself in, look at how high this guy lifted his foot to clear an amazing shot from the opposing team. If the net wasn't behind the goal, he would have crashed straight into the advertising boards, but at least he managed to save his team. After this incredible penalty save, the defender had to stretch out fully to prevent a goal. I think if I tried that, I'd never get up again. I can't decide what was more dangerous, the near own goal he almost scored or nearly injuring the striker who came charging after the ball. It's hard to say for sure, but judging by where the ball hit, it's safe to assume that this save must have hurt quite a bit. Ter Stegen jumped so high to catch the ball that he couldn't control his fall. The worst part was that he landed on a very sensitive part of his spine and could have ended up in a wheelchair. This incident kept the goalkeeper off the pitch for a few months. Something similar happened to Keylor Navas. He managed to save a free kick but paid a heavy price for it. The greatest goalkeeper is this man. Not only is he the highest scoring goalkeeper in football history, but Rogério Ceni also made incredible saves. Check out what he did in this match to keep his team from being eliminated from the Copa Libertadores. In the Women's World Cup, anything goes. This defender took multiple hits from the opposing attacker, but didn't let her get the ball. In this other match, between England and France, the defender risked injuring her opponent, getting hurt herself, and even receiving a red card, all to stop the rival team from getting the ball. Worse than injuring yourself is scoring an own goal, and this defender had to slow down his run to make sure he cleared the ball. This player almost kicked the ball into his own goal, but somehow he managed to save his team. Many attackers score incredible bicycle kicks, but no one will top this guy's bicycle kick to prevent a goal from the opposing team. He nearly kicked the crossbar. Rudiger showed immense courage by doing this for his goalkeeper before a penalty kick in a Champions League quarterfinal. Now imagine if he had guessed it wrong. After this defender ended up on the ground, he just threw himself forward to take the hit and prevent the goal. Unfortunately for him, it didn't go as planned. This goalkeeper almost punched an opponent, but all the risk paid off in the end. Brace yourselves because this next moment is going to shock you. That knee straight to the face must have hurt quite a lot. Click the video on your screen right now to see what happens when players face off with coaches in football.